What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction on the channel. Today I'll be reacting to the first episode of Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, episode 1. I know this came out a month or so ago, I believe, with, I think it was 12 episodes, but they're all half-length episodes, so that equates to about half of this series. So a lot of you guys have probably already seen the first half of this show. I put it off because I wanted to wait until the kind of weekly releases, and I just kind of prefer doing it that way, and it works better for my YouTube stuff as well, of course. But I have seen since then that the ratings for this show are incredible, like really unexpectedly highly rated. I expected this to be like a good kind of comfort show, but I was really surprised to see just how highly rated everyone and how much people enjoyed this. So I've been looking forward to it, and it's been quite hard, honestly, to not watch those initial kind of 12 or so kind of short episodes. But yeah, we'll get right into it. There's going to be an opening ending in this version. I think there wasn't in the kind of smaller batch release, but yeah, I mean, this should be a little bit interesting. Me, I'm a ex-smoker myself. I don't smoke anymore, but I probably quite a bit of stuff I can relate to here. But again, I was just really surprised to see just how highly regarded it was. So quite a bit of anticipation for me this show. I mean, me myself, I used to take a lot of breaks at my old workplace at an office to smoke, more than I was allowed. But I got away with it because I used to be pretty good at my job. Yep, straight to another one. This I can somewhat relate to. When I used to hang out with my friends and stuff, we used to just go through cigarettes like that, just one after another after another. I didn't used to smoke these packets. I used to have a tobacco pouch because they're a lot cheaper. But I did initially think they worked at the same place, but I guess he maybe visits that shop to buy food, and that's how he gets to know her. But yes, I haven't watched the show. I've seen some clips, but there's another show airing this season about smoking that seems a lot grosser. I watched a clip of like this cat girl like shitting her. Yeah, it's really quite gross, and it really put me off watching that show. I wasn't gonna watch it anyway, but I'm probably definitely not gonna watch it now. But this seems a lot more nice. But yeah, it's just like it's funny because in the however many years I've been doing this, never seen one, and now it just so happens two anime focused on smoking come out at the same time. Tends to happen like that though. It's quite funny. That tends to happen more than you think. Stuff like that. Well, that motherfucker right here is doing nothing. So another thing I'm really interested in is the format of the show. As I said a minute ago, this released in like half episodes. So is it the case where it adapts like 2 chapters per episode, and it just kind of split them up to like 1 chapter per episode for the initial kind of release a month ago? I'm wondering how that format kind of like works. You see that all the time, to be fair. But I'm wondering if it'll be like a smooth transition from that to these kind of slightly longer episodes. If I'll feel like, yeah, you know what, it probably should have just been shorter episodes, or if I'll feel like this kind of fits. Because I don't think I've ever seen a show do that before. Release the show early, but in shorter kind of only half. Imagine if 4 kids got a hold of this anime. What would they be doing instead of smoking? Sucking lollipops. Sucking lollipops behind the supermarket with you. So yeah, there she is. So he has seen her before, okay. He's his chill pill, huh? The fine line, isn't there? Fucking hell, brother, this place. The stress fucking heaven right here. Oh, hell. Bloody hell. We might just turn into one of those criminals. Maybe you should work here. Oh no, you're served by the old woman. I need a little nicotine. Really? Judged like that? Oh, I see. Right there, no smoking sign. Still though, fucking hell, woman. You have to say it that loud. I mean, I mean, I'm glad I quit because in the UK there's stuff going about them smoking, banning smoking in general, um, in like certain places. So you can't even do it like outside in certain places. I mean, there was a ban not too many years ago actually of like smoking inside. Now they're trying to stop you smoking like outside in like public places, and it's just like the UK at the minute. We've got so much authoritarian shit going on. Like the internet is just like an absolute joke. I can't watch any videos on Twitter anymore. Just every video has this content cannot be viewed. Every single video, because it's. I imagine it's. But sorry to go on a bit of a rant here. This is not really too related, but it just seems that because Twitter, I mean, the UK has these new laws regarding like age verification stuff, which I'm not fucking doing. I'm not putting my ID anywhere on any website for people to hack that website and gain access to my government ID or anything like that. Fuck no. Um, so yeah, now I mean, I guess instead of Twitter like going through and checking every video to make sure it's being able to view, they're just like, fuck it, no, you can't see any video because your country has like done this and so on. So like, yeah, it's just sorry about a bit of a rant, but fucking hell, it's the absolute state of my country at the minute is it's an absolute joke. But yeah, I never really faced this to be honest with you. I mean, I never really gave a fuck about what people thought of me smoking. But if I smoked somewhere I wasn't meant to be, I really couldn't care less. So yeah, if those two women said that while I was about, I would have just stayed there smoking. Oh, it's just so fucking dodgy. That drug deal over here, potential customer. Actually, her voice is very different. Her voice is very different. The polite cashier. Side me. I feel very pretty. Oh shit, she wants to light. Oh, okay. I was gonna say she wants to light like mouth to mouth like that. It's quite a romantic thing. I guess she was just asking for him to. But yeah, I'd do that with women sometimes when I did smoke. Just see it all. You. We all know it's you. A bit hyped up there. I like the enthusiasm though. He's definitely not that. Yeah, it's a bit more classy than that, but it's not that dissimilar. Honestly, is it? Like, I'm assuming it's the same person. Ah, sorry, us. Don't get me wrong, I totally get why he thinks they're different people. They look very different. But I think they're the same girl, right? Definitely. Definitely. Definitely, that guarantees it. Ah, I didn't think of that. So yeah, I imagine this is where the first episode ended initially. These guys seem to be able to smoke inside. You know, I remember going to airports a few times. There used to be like a smoking box in the airports, and fuck me, that place is cancer. Like, Jesus Christ, you don't even need to light a cigarette in those places. You go in there and you're just breathing like pure smoke. It's fucking ruthless. Yeah, I remember back in the day, it must be like 14, 15. My friends, we had an older friend who had a car, and we'd go in there and hotbox it with weed, and that used to be ruthless as well. Make me throw up a few times. Locked in, no oxygen. Subarashi timing. So I was going to mention this about his work earlier. We saw. I'm not sure if this is going to be something the show kind of looks into much. It's definitely something that I experienced when I used to work at an office. But this kind of tone of voice and this kind of act or persona they put on. We saw it with his work earlier with the guy who was on the phone when he was talking to his boss versus the guy he was talking to. The tone of voice and just the way he spoke was so different between when he was talking to his boss versus the customer. You see it with her. She's so different when she's having a cigarette to when she's like. I imagine this is even more accentuated in Japan. But when I used to work in office, I like to think I'm usually always quite polite, but I would be even more so like polite and probably like sound very different on the phone to customers and such. You're like, wow, I really. I remember listening to a few back. It's like, damn, I really talk like that. Really sound like a suck ass. Really sound like a lick ass suck ass. Kind of similar to this, and yeah, it's quite funny. Again, it's quite relatable in that sense of like wearing a different face to your kind of work environment, which I'm really glad with my YouTube stuff I don't have to do. I can just like be myself. There's plenty of people that do this that do like put on like a front and a persona and such to have a more kind of amped up reaction and such. But that's one of the biggest benefits of me doing this. I can just totally be myself all times. It's draining to have to be like that, honestly. So yeah, just something I wanted to mention as I've noticed it a few times in this show already. I don't know if the fact that she never opens her eyes during this is like a tell of that as well, and like we actually see her eyes and the real her behind the store. God, he's always buying stuff at the same price. I'm fully expecting to see that. No, not this time. Not this time. That is very shady, honestly. Again, I do remember being a rookie in office. So it always seems like you're being really annoying when you're asking like loads of questions about how to do stuff and so on. It really makes you feel quite useless. With one button click, that is unfortunate. Oh, it's almost a good thing that she's not here during these portions because that means she's out here smoking, probably. Stop telling all my secrets. What are you doing? Where's she watching? She's watching the CCTV playbacks, bro. So sorry, but does she just like take off all that stuff just to come out here and have a smoke, or is this like the end of her shift? It seemed pretty annoying to just take off all the stuff she put on just to have a smoke. Right? The senior citizens. Ah, you've got cigarettes. So fine, you give you one. Why don't you have the one she's smoking right now? You know, I never used to like doing that, especially with women. They'd always have some kind of lipstick. You can see it there. They'd always have some kind of lipstick and wetness on it. So it'd always just ruin the cigarette. One of the things I made sure to do if I was ever with a girl like smoking, I'd always make sure to smoke my part first and then give her the rest because you don't want it back. You do not want it back. So this is very charismatic show so far. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It's like weird to say, but it's like there's a big charisma to the characters, although quite like in how they're subdued. If that makes sense, like that sounds totally at odds with each other, but hopefully that makes sense to you. It's like down to earth, but they're quite like yeah. Oh, we've been stocking up, baby. Can't. It's an addiction. Sorry, is this woman just always working? Not got any days off? It says it's Japan, isn't it? This poor old woman. Do you reckon she feels like she does something wrong? Why does everybody go to this young server and not me? I feel bad for her. Even if I like this woman, I'd go to the other one every now and then just to not make her feel like I don't like her. They're roommates. Yeah, they're twins, sisters. That probably happens quite often. And that's it. Okay, you know, again, really fun. Again, these characters got a lot of charisma, but they're also like very down to earth, subdued, and normal. Really good start. I think I'm starting to understand why. Only one left. Nightmare. You know, I'd always make sure I'd restock before I even got close to and finishing that packet. But yeah, I think I'm starting to see why people have rated this so highly. It's got a really nice tone to it so far. Quite easygoing, relaxing, just like the kind of material. Which one do you prefer, by the way? I think I'm a bit more fan of the look of this one, honestly, and how she is this kind of version. I mean, they're both her, but I think I do kind of prefer this behind the supermarket version. Bit more of an edge. Cheering up behind the supermarket with Sig2. I love. I didn't even notice that. I love that. We call him Sig2. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, really good first episode here. I mean, you can definitely tell. I think it is. I mean, I mentioned earlier, it's one of those cases where I can tell it is just like absolutely split in half, and maybe it might have flowed better. As just, I mean, it doesn't really make a difference because never be just watch one episode after the other anyway. But you can kind of tell with the two halves of the episode, can't you? But yeah, really good start here. Really good start. Again, loving the tone of it. The characters really enjoyable so far. Really like chill interactions and like got a really nice vibe to it. Not really too much else to say, to be honest with you guys. I pretty much said it all. But yeah, really fun. Very much look forward to seeing what episode 2 has in store. Let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments though. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you guys next week with episode 2.